Hey everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Let's Create Together. And it's been a while. I'm hoping to explain the absence a little later in the episode, but right now let's get into it because technically this is like my 6th try at starting this episode. I was halfway through the episode before I realized the recording was bad. But yeah, I ended up changing some settings to try to put different audio things on different tracks so I could control volumes, because I noticed when I was in the voice chat, some people, even though they sounded perfectly fine in my head and they would capture perfectly fine according to the audio mixer in OBS, would still come in super quiet. So I'm trying to fix that now. But yeah, so I've done some stuff and things. One of those things is this room we're looking at right now. Well, next to sleeping. So yes, this room, if you were observant, this room was actually here for the last 2 or 3 episodes before I took a break. It wasn't filled with anything, but it's got stuff in it now, including a gift from Omni to help me figure out how to light things. I'll have to show that off later in the episode. Yeah, I've got this thing, which is a backup lava supply to my steam engines, which comes in handy a lot. And then I've got this, which makes industrial iron. You can throw regular iron in here, and it'll output industrial iron here. You flip the switch, it powers itself. Blaze burner, very cool. Very useful when I needed to make a ton of industrial iron rails. So yeah, but this room is one of the rooms I want to work on, specifically the front side. You know what? It might be easier to free cam instead of running around, but let's just step outside before I do that. So we worked on this part in that beginning time lapse, and then in the part of the episode that was lost, I did this wall here. You can see Carl is working on moving his steak farm to right there. But yeah, so I'm working in this section right here. I would like it to join up with the base and join up with the mountain. And I've framed a little bit of a building, not much. I literally decided, hey, I should probably go ahead and start editing this episode, and that's when I noticed all my settings were toast. So yeah, but I really like the design right here. I wanted this section to feel different than that section and this section, so I went with some bright colors, and that sounded really weird walking through this glass. I don't know, but yeah, I've got a little walkway down. Oh, it's not what I'm hearing. Carl break glass, that's what that is. But yeah, I wanted a little staircase between the dock section and up there. Now, remember, the dock section is not complete, obviously, with torches around and no texturing and grass still here. I just wanted to get it in place so I could see how things lined up. And I did this staircase because if I did just like this staircase over here, it actually stuck out to about right here, which is really weird that I would have to come from over here, walk all the way around one staircase, and then go back up another. So I went with this little, I'm gonna call it a cascading staircase right here. Very nice, very slim, very easy. So yeah, I'm enjoying that. I'm gonna go ahead and work a little bit more on that facade, and maybe I'll do a talkie over time lapse to explain where I've been. All right, yeah, so it's been a few months since I've really produced any content, and there are multiple factors that are leading to this. One is my health. So this past year, I've really started to work out, get my health in control, and while I'm doing that, that also raises more problems. It's kind of one of those, you dig deeper and find more that's actually wrong with a situation than what it was. So I've always had a weight problem since basically college. I took a couple bad injuries and then I just ended up gaining weight because I physically wasn't able to move. And it's been a real struggle to take that off. But this past year, I've dedicated myself to losing a lot of the weight. And I'm down 85 pounds this past year. And I only have like 35 more pounds to go before I hit my goal, before I just am like average. So I'm excited about that. But there have been other things that have come up that we're finding. So like these past few months, I started having issues with my hands, and I ended up losing feeling. Numbness creeped in on 6 of my 10 fingers, and it was pretty scary. Went to the doctor. Turns out it's just carpal tunnel. They put me on some medications, and I've got some exercises I can do, and my hands are getting better. I wouldn't say they're perfect. I would put them probably at 90%, but 2 weeks ago I would have put them at 70%, and a week before that I would have put them at like 30%. So they are getting better with time, so I have that. But I was also complaining about back issues, and from what my doctor said, the areas I'm having back issues do not correlate with the kind of stress I put my back under in working out. So it raised red flags, and I went and I got x-rays done, and it turns out I have arthritis in my spine, which causes immense back pain every once in a while. I'm actually going through a fit of it right now, where a chair that's usually comfortable becomes extremely uncomfortable. The worst is when my bed becomes uncomfortable because there's really no fixing it, so I have to sleep on the couch. It's just it's not fun, but I'm working through it. The other thing that's kept me away from making content and stuff is other hobbies. A lot of you guys know that I bought a Jeep for off-roading, and I have yet to be able to off-road it because I've been constantly working on it and tinkering it. Again, when you fix one thing, you dig a little deeper and you find a lot more things. But like, it's at the point where I can see the light at the tunnel, light at the end of the tunnel. Sorry, and I just want to work on it. I want to tinker with it. I've always been somebody who likes to take things apart and put them back together, and the Jeep has really brought a lot of that out for me. So I'm going to continue to work on that and stuff, but I can't work on that all the time. I need to be able to sit down and take a break. And that's where I've been playing Minecraft. And the final thing that's really done it in for me has been the content itself. Mojang has yet to really put out an update, these last couple updates, that really inspires me or makes me want to come back and play Minecraft. The Create mod is amazing, and I absolutely love it, and I'm not done exploring it yet. But my passion's always been vanilla Minecraft, and the vanilla side of the game has just kind of gotten extremely stale. So I'm just not interested in it anymore, or at least not right now. So between all the other things I've got going on, it's kind of taken a back seat, and I feel bad for that, but that's where I'm at now. So we're going to work on this video. We're going to see how I feel after this, and then we'll go from there. Okay, we are back, and I've got this built. It is very plain. There's no detail or any kind of texturing done right now. I just wanted to go ahead and get through the time lapse. It's a very nice structure. It's a very odd structure, but I think we kind of needed that, because if we free cam, like, got a lot of brick, a lot of deep slate, a lot of deep slate, a lot of brick, a lot of deep slate, a lot of brick, a lot of deep slate, a lot of brick, deep slate. So I wanted to use some different textures, and I think we've succeeded with this. This side was a little odd. You can see it doesn't have the same depth as the front, and that's because on the inside, I didn't want this wall lining up with this, which is also causing some alignment issues within here, because the main thing I wanted to align with, it was this. And yeah, hang on, let me sleep. All right, now that we've got daylight. Yeah, this area is still kind of dangerous. I was working over here, was working on this wall, and a creeper fell off the ridge and blew me up. I just got ninja creeper. This is the first time I died to a ninja creeper in a long time. But yeah, I like this build. I think it's cool. It's different. It doesn't blend in. It stands on its own. We just need to do some more detailing and texturing. But you can see another little structure has popped up here. While I was working on this, I helped Carl move his cow farm. So we had the cow farm that was over here. Basically, we're trying to get rid of everything that's on this center thing. Flazzy's boat will float on its own. Man, we're having problems with these iron golems. We need to get a home for these villagers because they're spawning iron golems like crazy. And they keep dropping down to the lake bed. You can see some wandering around down there. There's some up here. We ended up doing a kill command on them. We ended up killing close to, what, 130 of them just a week ago. And now they're spawning again. So we've got to get those villagers out of there. But yeah, I helped Carl. He basically rebuilt his cow farm in here, and I just kind of decorated it. And yeah, so we've got steak and leather right here. Very nice, very clean. Yeah, I like this thing. It's a nice little build. Again, it's standing out on its own without feeling out of place. So yeah, very happy about that. But what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to go ahead and grab some leaves, some texture blocks, and we're going to throw some texture in here, maybe work on the roof a little bit, and we'll come back. Okay, some texturing and some detail work has been added. That's a really cool block. I think it's supposed to be for trains, but I'm going to use it here because it's cool. We got some fans and stuff. I think overall this building has fit in very nicely. I was really worried about this side because of how offset it was, how it didn't actually technically line up the way it's supposed to. You can really tell right there. But I don't think it looks too bad, and depending on what we decide to put here, I might just continue to overhang it to really I don't know the word. My brain has stopped working. But there's a word for insinuate, enunciate, something eight. Yeah, to make that look like it's supposed to be like that. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I really like this. I don't think I'm going to work on the ground level here because we don't know what we're going to put here. And it'd be a real shame to go ahead and do work here just to have to rip it out later. But I want to do down here. This is very meh. And I think I want to do down here because, you know, torches. No one likes to look at unsightly torches. You can kind of tell I've done some lighting over here. And, you know, we need to figure out a little bit. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do like these like little planters right here and like right here. I was going to do some trees, but then I realized it just kills any view of this building. So I don't think I'm going to go with trees. I think I'm going to go with little plants and stuff. Maybe some too tall, kind of what I've done over there, that little thing right there. And yeah, I'm going to get to work and we'll come back again. Okay, I think that's gonna do it. I didn't do a lot. Originally I had some trees right here. It really did take away from the front side of the base and what it's looking like. So I took them down and oh wait, I need to show you guys something. Okay, so when figuring out light levels for over here, Omni gave me a haunted bell, which when you ring it, shows you all the spots that could be spawnable for mobs. As you can see, there are not a lot of spots. Turns out I didn't need a lot of light. I have the light in the wall right there, and I've got these 3 lights in the grates right there, and that's it. Well, I guess the light's up there, but that was it. This area is pretty good. I think it's light level 3 or above everywhere. So we don't have to worry about spawns. This thing is pretty cool. I used it down here also. Down here, didn't need any of those grates or lights or anything like that. The leather farm and cow farm seems to produce a lot of light, which helps. And I've got light hitting behind these wall sections, so that's helping. Plus, we have all the lights on the pillars. Perfect. Just perfect. But Carl invited me over to check out something new. He built a cannon because he's too lazy to build the backside of his base, and I don't blame him when you see the size of it. But I went ahead and time-lapsed it. Let's check it out. Alright, we're running a little late in the episode, so I probably won't get to the interior now. It was going to be kind of boring anyways. It's going to look a lot like out there, so it's really not that important. I might just go ahead and knock a bit of it out off camera, figure out where I want things to sort and such, get my bed out of the hallway, finish filling out the blocks. But nothing big. Anyways, it's been fun being back. If you guys have enjoyed this episode, hit the like button. And if you want more, please subscribe. And until next time, have a good one. Bye.